What's up? Welcome back to the $1 Million Challenge, where I start with $1 and trying to get 1% profit every single day until I get to $1 million. Right now, we're sitting on day 444 of this challenge with a total capital of $5,867. No big updates for the day. Pretty straightforward day. Nothing really changed. We did have one bonus though. This is a weekly bonus from the website we use. We had a $26 weekly bonus. So that's pretty nice. We're gonna use that to get our 1% profit goal today. So there's really no big movements. We didn't have any sports bets or anything. We just had that bonus. So on our bankroll, the 1% profit goal should be about $59. But we did have, I think, $1 or $2 extra in bonuses between the different apps here. I think I'm Fanatics there. But we need to get $57, so pretty much a 1% profit goal total. But we're gonna use this $26 as part of that. So really we're gonna be going for $31 today in the website. So let's see if we make some profit. All right, coming into the website here, we're gonna vault some of our money here. So we have our 4% stop loss. We're gonna vault $116.16. So at least us with our 4% stop loss of $235. And we're gonna run this keno strategy we've been running for the past couple episodes. Pretty simple how this works. I'm gonna set this up real quick. So we're going to select 8 squares to start with. Our bet size will be our bankroll divided by 4,000, which for me is about 6 cents. We're going to start off with medium risk, and then on win, we're going to increase by 0.5%. And then on loss, we're just going to increase by 0%. And then our stop on profit and stop on loss will be 100 times our base bet, so it'll be $6. And we're going to start with that and let it run. And pretty much the way this works is we're really just trying to build up our bet size until we hit a pretty big multiplier, ideally like a 67x. I mean, it'd be awesome to hit a 400 900x, but really we're trying to go for this like 67x on a bigger bet size. But yeah, this is a very, like, I would say it's a pretty slow paced strategy, so I've been speeding this up for each video. So I'll speed this up in a second here. But really, whenever we hit the stop on profit of $6 or stop on loss of $6, we're going to adjust the strategy, increase the bet size, change up a couple things, and then rerun it and just kind of keep doing that until we hit the profit goal or the stop loss. But today we're trying to go for $31, so it should be pretty chill, easy day. Hopefully, shouldn't be super difficult as long as this doesn't bust. Last episode we got pretty close to busting, so it's definitely a risky strategy, but we'll see how it goes today. So I'll speed this up. We'll be back in a few seconds. All right, so we hit the profit goal. We hit some big multipliers there. So we hit a 67x on a 9-cent bet, pretty small bet size, but paid out pretty darn good. So what we're gonna do is just run this back. Since we already made profit, we don't have to increase the bet size or anything. If we hit that profit goal of $6, we'll just run it right back. So yeah, I guess we'll just kind of run back into it. That's pretty much it. We don't have to change anything. If we lose, go down $6, then we'll adjust things and increase the bet size. But good start. All right, let's speed this up. All right, so we hit the stop loss for the strategy. Not the day, just the strategy there. So we're going to increase the bet size by 2. We're going to multiply by 2. So we do 12 cents. Change the difficulty to high risk. And then on win, increase by 0%. On loss, increase by 1%. And then we're going to change the profit and stop loss to 100 times our base bet. And then we're going to select 2 more squares here. So we have 10 squares selected. And same thing. Once this hits either the profit of $12 or the stop loss on $12 for this strategy, we will adjust. If we hit the profit goal, then we just reset the whole thing. If we hit the stop loss, we'll increase the bet size and run it back again. So yeah, the bet sizes will start to get really big a lot quicker as we're increasing by 1% on the loss now. So let's see how this goes. I'll be back in a few. All right, that rinsed extremely fast. I don't think we got like any wins at all really on that. So we're gonna go to the next progression here. up to a 24-cent bet. We're going to increase it again by 2, and then increase the stop on profit and stop on loss times 100 of that, and then we're going to go back to 0.5, change this to 0, go back to medium risk, and then deselect those so as we have 8 squares total, and we'll run this back. And yeah, the bet size is going to start getting bigger as we keep increasing through the progressions here, so we need to get some good wins at this rate, otherwise it's going to start to get kind of sketchy. So I'll be back in a few seconds. All right, we hit the 67x on a 45-cent bet, so pretty good profit right there. We're still about $8 away from a profit pool, so we're gonna reset this back to the original bet size, try to run it back again. But that's exactly what we're looking for, guys. Just something super, decent bet size. I'm not gonna say it was huge, but to hit that 67x, dude, we were down like 15 bucks. Pretty good slingshot. So we're gonna run this back, try it again, and see if we can get another like $8 in profit. So pretty much need this to like profit one more time, this strategy. So we'll see how it goes. I like it so far. I really do like having the opportunity to wager a lot of money. That's one good thing. I think that's what actually increased our weekly bonus. It was pretty good this week. I think that was mainly just from wagering so much money from this strategy. I think last episode I wagered like $5,000, and yeah, it's a good wager strat. Having the ability to hit like one of these crazy multipliers, I love that, man. I love having like the opportunity to hit something like crazy big, but the strategy's like relatively kind of safe. Like you're just slowly kind of getting some wins, hopefully, maybe a big increase here and there. But yeah, I don't know, I like it. We're gonna keep running the strategy for a little bit and see how it keeps progressing, but it has not busted so far. So far so good. Alright, so hit the first stop loss. We're going to increase this to 12 cents here. We go high risk. Go for 2 more squares, and then 0, 1, change this to 12 and 12, and run this back. And I'll speed this up and we'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, I think my audio wasn't recording for a second there, but basically I just increased the bet size for the next progression of the strategy. So we started at 24 cents as our base bet. I'm already running this because I just talked about it and then I realized my audio wasn't recording. But yeah, we're doing stop and profit, stop and loss $24. So we're already doing pretty bad here, but yeah, if we make it through this one, well, I guess, yeah, we're probably gonna lose this one, but I feel like with the 0.5% increase on win, I don't think it's like ever is profitable. I think it's literally just a cycle through. I guess the first one technically did profit on this one, but like when you go in the 1% loss and the high risk, that's where you usually get like the huge profits. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just doing the strategy the way it was presented in the video that I watched. It's not my strategy. I'm just using somebody else's strategy here. But yeah, I'm assuming this one probably bust on this progression. Like I said, every time we do the medium risk, typically bust, and then the next bet size would be 48 cents. I'll start to get kind of crazy. So I'll come back in a second once this either profits or busts. Alright, we hit the stop loss again there. This actually ran for a long time. I was pretty shocked, honestly. I thought it would bust a lot sooner, but we almost made some profit. We almost made, more than the profit pool. Alright, let's lock in here. We got to go to high risk, and we're going to select 2 more squares there. Change this to 0, 1, 48. So now we have 48 to either profit or to bust. So it's a pretty big change there. Pretty big swing coming up, good or bad. So we'll see how this goes. We're in high risk, So this is typically where like the profit is made if we do make some. But as you can see, the bet size increasing really fast because it's a 1% increase on loss, and we start with a 48-cent bet, so it's going to be a lot more aggressive. So we'll see how this goes. If we bust, we still have a few more progressions, but I'd like to hit the profit earlier than later so you don't have to stress about it too much. But out of our control, we just set up the strategy and run it, and we'll see how it goes. But I'll be back in a few seconds. Dude, we just hit for $1,300 in profit. That's bananas, bro. That's so crazy. We just hit a $1,400 win. 500x on a $2.86 bet. That's insane, dude. I just went over, I was running this, and I was like, I'm getting kind of cold. I'm gonna throw a hoodie on real quick, and I heard that stop, and I was like, I probably just busted. I come back in from my bedroom, boom. That's insane, dude. That's crazy. I'm like in shock right now. The 500x. Oh my gosh, dude. All right, so this is the thing. I did not expect we'd hit that at all, or definitely not anytime soon. On a big bet size too, out of this strategy, like the way we've been running it, it's a pretty big bet size. Glad we didn't hit the 500x on like a 6-cent or 10-cent bet size. That's so sick, bro. That's huge. That's huge for the challenge. That's insane. Yeah, I'm kind of speechless. That's awesome. All right, we're gonna enter this in the sheet, and then we'll do some analysis, and I'll be right back. All right. What a crazy feeling, bro. That's so... I'm in shock, man. I'm still in shock. Day 444 was a win. We got a total of $1,384 in profit for the day. That's a 24% increase in our bankroll for the day. Instead of a 1% profit goal, we got an extra 23% for a total of 24%. That's insane. That's like 24 days right there. That's insane. That's insane. This is our weekly tracker of our how much we changed in profit. I'm gonna get rid of that bonus there just so it's already accounted for. But yeah, for the month of March, we went up 13% for the entire month. And then for the past week, we just went up 30% based on that one session right there. And typically we would like to go up like 30% a month. So we just did that in 1 week, which is insane, dude. That's so crazy. I'm so happy with that. You know, I was gonna do another day of playthrough. I think, honestly, I'm just gonna call it there. I think that's pretty fair just to keep that as it is. I could run the strategy back. I don't know, man. I don't even know if it's really worth it. I think we just take it. I think we just take the dub there. It's a huge profit. There's no reason to risk 4%. Trying to get, you know, another 1%. You know, we really completed it. I'm cool with that, man. I'm not going to risk it and gamble more. But, dude, that's crazy. That's so nuts. On the video, we went up a total of $1,422. And yeah, about 1,400 of that was from gambling. So the other like 40 bucks was from the bonus and a couple other things, I guess, and changing the crypto and everything. The stock portfolio. I'm sorry, man. I'm at a lost for words right now. Also, I guess another update here, as you can see, for day 445. I did pull out $50 from Fanatics and move it into the ETF portfolio. So that did transact, but I did that over the weekend. So the $50 didn't get invested yet, so it's sitting in cash. It'll get invested when, right now I'm recording this on the weekend. You'll see this video probably on like Thursday, but it's not invested yet. So whenever that like gets processed, I'll show the trades and everything. But honestly, with our new bankroll, in the website of $2,000. I'm definitely going to withdraw some money, probably put most of it into the ETF portfolio, maybe a little bit into crypto. I'll have to kind of look into that, see what makes sense. But we definitely are going to reallocate that and get that out of the website and try to invest it or do something that's like make it grow in other methods. We don't want to sit in gambling accounts and just do nothing, right? Craziness, man. So we were about, what is that? $2,400. $2,400 behind the tracker. This is if we get 1% profit every single day with no losses, which is like super unrealistic, right? To never get a loss. But right now, even just getting that one win, we're about $1,000 behind the tracker. So not completely caught up, but pretty darn close. Let's take a look at this in graph form. Look at that increase, dude. That's so crazy. That jump is nuts. Nuts, dude. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy right now. I know I always try to keep emotions out of it when I lose. When we win, obviously, it's okay to get excited, especially with something like that, dude. 24% increase on the day. Look at that jump. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. That feels so good. Oh man, what a come up. What a come up. I'm just enjoying this moment. I'm just enjoying this moment. That's a huge increase on the bankroll. That's why I like that strategy. We might never hit that 500x again, but the fact that we did and we know it's possible, so cool. Bro, oh, I'm so happy, man. That's so sick. It's nice to see a big win like that after getting 1% profit every day. Been on a little bit of a loss streak recently too, which is kind of kills the motivation sometimes when you get these big dips. You're like, dang, it's gonna be so hard to come back, take a long time to come back, but then like that happened. Oh man, yeah, I don't know, man. I guess I'll just stop the video, but that's it's a good come up. It's a good come up. We're gonna try to, protect that money, invest it. Like I said, I'll come up with a game plan, come back in the next episode, and I'll probably walk you through what I did. But yeah, very good day. Very good day. It's a good push for the challenge too. Definitely moving in the right direction. I think I'm gonna keep running that strategy too. You should imagine hitting that again on like a $5 bet or $10 bet or something. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. One day at a time. We got a profit for the day. Good episode. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you have any thoughts, suggestions, leave them below in the comments. Like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Discord server if you're already in there. Don't gamble. It's a losing game in the long run. This is like the biggest hit I've had in a year and a half almost doing this challenge. So super rare instance. Don't recommend you try this though. It's like purely for fun, just to see if I get $2 million. Starting with $1. So this is like just an experiment that I'm documenting. I don't suggest you try this. Do something smart with your money, save it, invest it, whatever. But until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. All right, peace.